Yes, people, welcome back to another video on the Big Steph channel. And today, we're here at O'Hanlon's Bar in beautiful New York City. And today, we'll be watching Arsenal play Porto. First knockout tie in 7 years. Now, despite missing out on Europeans' top competition in recent seasons, Arsenal have been labelled as one of the favourites to go on and win it all. So today, we're here to ask people from O'Hanlon's and Arsenal fans, do they think Arsenal can go all the way and win the Champions League? Stay tuned and watch and see. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe because we're on the road to 1,000.
I'm really in my zone. All my niggas getting cheese like it's provolone. They ain't with us out the bottom, so they'll never know. Even through trial and error, gotta keep yourself composed. Feel like me, little bitch, I'm chasing all my dreams. I couldn't admit.
Yes, people, so I'm here with
Sean,
Faris,
Shay,
Jonathan, Chris.
So Sean, what do you think about Arsenal's chances to win the Champions League this season?
I think we definitely have a really good chance. I think the team is as good as any of the rest that are in Champions League. And on a one-off game, I think they can beat anyone. I think that's been proven this season already by beating Man City.
Beating Liverpool as well?
Yeah, exactly. I think there's a really good chance here.
But does the European pedigree of Man City, but more Real Madrid and these other teams that have more experience than Arsenal, are you a bit of kind of timid about Arsenal winning it all?
No, I don't think so. I think Arteta has made an incredible team with an amazing kind of confidence and attitude. Definitely less brittle than Arsenal teams in the last 10 years. I'm feeling really good about this season.
So how far, if not win it all, how far do you think Arsenal can go?
Semi-finals for sure. It depends on the draw, but I think semi-finals should definitely be the target this year.
And we're here to ask the straight-up question, can Arsenal go all the way and win the Champions League? So your opinion is?
I think they can. I think they could. Yeah.
Your opinion?
No, complete choke artist.
Whoa, what? For your friend, give him the reasons why Arsenal are going to win the Champions League.
Look, I don't want to get too overconfident because we've seen Arsenal in the Champions League before get humbled in the knockout stages. But I think we're a good team this year. We're very solid defensively. Over 2 legs, I don't think there are many teams that can really handle us. But look, it comes down to if we're on form, and it's been a good start to the year, so I'm pretty confident.
What's your reasons as to why Arsenal can't win it?
It's been 10 years. I think they're a young team. They're scrappy, but I think when it counts, I think Saka's going to choke it. I'm just saying. I think he's...
What a hater, bro.
I'm saying. I think Saka's going to choke it. It's going to be Euros all over again.
Oh, what?
Football, huh?
Harsh take. But since you said Arsenal can go all the way, you said the defense. Win Champions League, Arsenal need that extra bit. They need to score goals. Yeah. We've seen recently that they have been scoring goals. But what do you think? Which player specifically is going to help us take Arsenal the whole way?
Look, at the end of the day, we struggled when our attackers weren't firing, and I don't think we have a striker that we can necessarily rely on this year. So it comes down to if Jesus turns up, if Trossard, if Jesus is not turning up, steps in. But I trust Saka and I trust Martinelli. I think we do have enough. So, yeah.
All right, boys, you heard it here first. One says yes, the other says no. He believes in a few players. He believes in the defense as well. We're calling for a choke artist. We'll see whose prediction is right. So, Jonathan and Chris, Arsenal are playing their first knockout round tie in 7 years today. 7 years? It's been a long time. What makes you think Arsenal can go all the way, if you do think so?
Damn, all the way meaning the whole chip?
Meaning the whole championship.
That's wishful thinking, honestly. I felt like, people have, I feel like the odds are against us when it comes to, if you're watching, the group stage, we played very well, but during a season game, it's just like, we've been making a lot of mistakes. We haven't had
not in recent games. Our defense has been very solid in recent games.
But then again, you got to think about it, we were playing against mid-table to like bottom table teams, so it just makes a lot of sense. It's great to see them score 6-0. But
hey, you guys want to get in on this as well? We're asking about who will win the Champions League this season. What's Stefan? We're asking these guys here if they think Arsenal can go all the way and win the Champions League. Your prediction?
We got to keep it up. We go through spells where we can't score, and now we got 21 goals in the last 5.
Games, yep.
So we got to keep it up.
So now that I've asked all you guys, what attribute or what specific trait about this team can take us all the way to the Champions League? I'm going to start with you.
Dang, I feel like the energy. I feel like this season we showed the energy that we could compete with the best. We seen it. We beat City. We beat Liverpool. Yeah. So I think that's a unique characteristic this season.
Yeah, just by having playing it forward as usual. I feel like the past couple games we've been winning non-stop, and so yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Does the inconsistency of the attack scare you though slightly?
A little bit, yeah, a little bit.
But what players from the attack can you look forward to, and they're gonna look to? Obviously Saka, but do you think his form and his recent form can take us all the way.
I mean, he's got to keep it up because Jesus is always hurt and Ketty has been underperforming. Trossard, you either get a hell of a performance or a terrible one. There's no in between with Trossard right now. But when he comes on and he's good, he's a spark for sure.
So I'm here with all the boys. One last time, can Arsenal win it?
Hell yeah.
One word answer, can Arsenal win it?
Yeah.
Can we win it?
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Y'all heard it first. All 4 of the boys say yes. We'll see. We start today against Porto. Let's go. Now, Leo, our first Champions League tie, knockout tie in 7 years. It's a big moment for the club. With the bookies having us favorite, where do you think Arsenal can go this season?
I think we can win the Champions League and the Premier League.
Wow, big statement there from Leo. But what makes you say that, Leo?
I think recently, like since January, we've been playing so much better football. We're scoring more goals. Our players are finishing better. And our squad depth can help us go far in both competitions.
Do you think the defense especially is going to be the key to this? Or do you think the attack is going to lead us all the way with players like Saka, with Martinelli, possibly Trossard, who's been in recent good form?
I mean, our defence has been good the whole season. Our defence has been like best in the Premier League, I'd say. But our attack's clicking recently, which means I think when you got both of them playing well, when you got that whole front three of Saka, Martinelli, even Trossard up front, I think you can score against any team and not concede goals. So I think you can win most matches you go into.
Talking to one of the guys earlier inside, I know you're a season ticket holder at the Arsenal. They said the energy about the stadium. Can you tell us a little bit about that energy?
Oh yeah, atmosphere's been so good. Like recently, the atmosphere's been absolutely amazing.
What's been your favourite game to go to this season?
Liverpool, recently. I mean, that was a massive. We had to win that game to stay in.
Must-win game. Yes.
Yeah, and the atmosphere was amazing. Everyone's like behind the team, so that's a good thing.
So, one more time, Leo. Do you think Arsenal can win the Champions League?
Yes.
You've heard it here first, guys. Yes, people. Welcome back to another video in the Big Steph channel, and we're here to ask the question. No, sadly, after a loss, but we're here to ask the question: can Arsenal win the Champions League? Now, fortunately, you have the foresight of seeing what the game happened after the game. I asked the guys before the game. Everybody was buzzing. The mood around was different. No, the mood is obviously a bit somber, a bit chilled. But how do you feel, firstly, about the game, and secondly, about our chances in the Champions League?
You know what? First thing about the game, it was a kind of case of like Porto shut us down like quite quick. Their defense is like solid. You can see how they shaped up, where basically they had both the wingers covered, they had the middle covered as well. So they had 2 defenders per side, and then anytime Havertz wants to come down the middle, they shut it down with one of them coming up to just come and chase him. Again, total of no shots on target the whole game, even after coming off like a 6-0, 5-0.
Yep. I think I wouldn't say too confident going into the game, but I thought a lot of people call for Jorginho to come into this game. But I agree. I understand Arteta going unchanged. But how do you feel? Do you think Jorginho should have came in this game, or probably would have unlocked something differently to the no shot on target?
So again, you know what? Jorginho is like what? He unlocks defenses, but like I think we utilised him in the wrong way. So there was a chance. Like when he was at Chelsea, he was known for pinging balls over the top. Do you know what I mean? From either it was David Luiz or Jorginho. Again, the way we were playing from the back, we could have done that because again, Saka, Martinelli were trying to run onto it. But again, I don't know. There was something in this game where we were hyped over, like, for example, Trossard being in centre forward and scoring bare goals. So we were thinking, oh, okay, you know what, fuck it, we can do the same. Do you know what I mean? But, like, I don't know. It's just, I think the style of football that Porto are normally being playing, because the Portuguese league is not as physical as the Premier League, you know what I mean? But, like, just defensive-wise, they had it on point. But at the end of the day, I think the win for them, it was hella lucky. It was a game of few chances. I think Arteta needs to go back, ask a couple questions. What could we do? Maybe change up the formation a little bit. But like, yeah.
I agree with most of that. I think we do need to go back to the drawing board. Second leg is going to be a big second leg. I do think we still go through from this tie. I think the tie was a very even game today. They had the homegrown advantage. But moving on to the entire Champions League as a whole. Yeah. I know it sounds confident to even say your answer based on the last result just now. But what do you think our Arsenal's expectations should be for the Champions League this season?
This season, I say we can go quite far, to be honest. Like, what? We knocked out the FA Cup, we're out of the Carabao Cup. I know we want to focus on the league because right now it's a mad climb between Liverpool, City. But it's one of them ones where, like, how can I explain it? Is City are they've got the depth, yeah? And when it comes down to it, I know Arteta's trying to do both, but, like, you got to ask the question, do you want to go for the Champions League? Do you want to go for the Premier League? Personally, like I said, our chances in the Champions League, I feel like we can go all the way, have possibility, because the way some of the perform, like the other teams are expected to go through, like if Bayern do their bit and then second leg and stuff like that, but their form is shit. I don't know. I'd say we can possibly get to the semis, but again, it's the squad depth that's got to carry us through. We've got to learn the mistakes from last season. We brought in a couple players that can hold their own and are regular starters, but like, again, to go for the whole competition, it's the squad depth. We didn't address it in January because of FFP, understandable, but like we're lacking the finishing up top.
What do you think exactly we need? Is when you talk about squad depth, just specifically, you don't have to go too much in depth, but just like position wise, name 2-3 positions you think Arsenal really need to strengthen.
Absolutely. So like we need a out and out striker. So it's a case of Gabriel Jesus is great for his position. He's lacking Roberto Firmino in his false nine. Great with assisting or distracting other strikers, other defenders. But like we need someone like Ivan Toney. Ivan Toney, Premier League ready. Do you know what I mean? Good to go. I know we're rumoured to be with us in him, but like, do you know what I mean? A bit of out of budget. But like Ivan Toney, 100% worth it. Other place we need to address, I'd say a backup left back, 100%. Zinchenko, again, he's good for his position, but we've got no other like person to replace him in the left back.
We have Timber though. We have Timber. We have Tommy Asu who could play there. We have a few.
That is true, but like Timber's more of a right than the left back. But like, I know he can play both, but he's definitely more of a right back. So we just need just a backup left back. Another position, not as important. Someone to replace Saka on the right. Just
I agree. I was saying Adingra before, but based on that fella that scored for Porto today, he had a pretty decent game today. You know,
he looked alright still. Like but again, one game ain't gonna tell us all. Like there's been consistency. Like I don't know who to replace him on the right though. Still, but yeah, we'll find someone though. 100%.
Alright, just want to say, just pick up yourself there. Give me a name and stuff.
So it's Tyrese. So
Instagram and stuff.
Yeah, the OC18, as you do. Yeah, big up.
Yo, appreciate it for the interview. Appreciate it. And today we're here after Arsenal's crushing 1-0 defeat, unfortunately to Porto away from home. I'm here with
Gibson.
Yeah, we're here with Gibson. So Gibson, your takes on the game. I know it was a game of very few chances. Arsenal with no shots on target. What was your overall take on the game, first of all?
Yeah, overall take on the game was, it was a pretty good defensive effort from both teams. But, yeah, quite a boring game to watch. Unfortunately, they had a pretty, I'll give it to Porto, a pretty banging fucking goal at the end.
It was a great goal. It was a top goal.
We'll take it back to the Emirates. We'll see what it's all about. I have a good feeling about the second leg, you know. Yeah.
So based on that, what do you think needs to change second leg if we're going to improve? Because we see Porto have a very strong defense. I was speaking about that before the game. What do you think Arsenal need to change or improve on when going into the second leg?
Yeah, we need to have a stronger sense of urgency in the attack. It needs to be more urgent. It needs to be maybe even a little more frantic. It needs to just be more fucking going for it, you know?
I agree.
And I think just get those high-scoring games like we've seen in the last couple.
Would you like to see any players come in that didn't start today or perhaps coming back from injury? Would you like to see?
I mean, coming back from injury, I'd love to see Jesus. I'd love to see... I would love to see as many Arsenal fans feel. I'd like to see ESR, Emile Smith-Rowe. I think he could make some good positive changes.
He did come off the bench today.
Yeah, unfortunately. He did come off the bench, but I'd like to see him coming earlier, maybe even starting.
Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to ask this. I know it's a bit kind of crazy to say after we just lost the first leg of our round of 16, the first one in 7 years. Where do you think this Arsenal team can go this season in the Champions League, even though we just lost the first leg?
I think we can win. I think we can win it all. I mean, this is the best season to be an Arsenal fan for me in my lifetime. I've never seen a stronger Arsenal team. I've never seen more passion, more coherency.
I definitely would say that.
Yes. And so that makes me believe, even though it is a bit of a far-fetched idea, that we can win the Champions League. That's how I feel.
So based on that, what do you think, especially after watching that game? I asked the guys before, they think the defense is going to carry us to the Champions League. But based on that performance, I think we need the attack more than we did the defense on my line.
Here's what I'll say. I'll say the Champions League final, Arsenal, Real Madrid, Saliba scores in the only goal in the final. That's my prediction.
That's brilliant.
1-0,
Give us a thank
Saliba
you.
wins.
I appreciate it.
Thank
you guys for watching. Yes, guys, welcome back to another video on the Big Steph channel after a gutting loss to Porto, 1-0 loss. I'm here with
Ron,
and yes, I know that's a gutting loss, but tell me about your overall feelings about the game.
I'm frustrated, but I'm not. It's the first half. I think we're gonna smash them at the Emirates. I ain't worried. I ain't scared. But the last goal was irritating.
Yeah, it was very irritating. I was asking a few of the guys earlier today, and they said the defense is really going to carry us. I thought the defense was brilliant today, but the attack concerns a lot of people. What are your feelings about the attack today?
Our first touch and our passing, it was atrocious. Like I didn't know if we had a player out of bounds because we kept kicking it out of bounds a lot. So
we kept kind of trying to kick it long. I think the midfield was too compact. They were trying to play it a bit long all the time, trying to find Martinelli, Saka in behind. Who would you like to see that didn't get to play today come in and hopefully change that for the second leg?
honestly, all right. I would keep the lineup. They just got to get tight. I mean, they were passing it all over the park. I like to. I don't want to bash Havertz, but I think this is a type of Eddie game. This is like an Eddie game. We need like a real striker in there.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think so? I thought we were trying to. I don't know why we didn't hit.
Keep it like we had at Burnley. Put Trossard up and let Havertz play in the middle. Yeah.
I agree. So I know this is a bit of a braggadocious question, a bit of a crazy question to ask now after a 1-0 loss. But like you say, a lot of Arsenal fans are still confident. Where do you think Arsenal can go in the Champions League this season?
All right, there's 3 teams to avoid. I think there's 3 teams, depending on the luck of the draw and stuff. Like City, obviously. Real, even though they suck, they always seem to win this. And Inter.
Oh, Inter Milan.
And I think Inter messed up yesterday, so I think Atletico, when they go back to Madrid, I think they could eliminate them. I really thought going in, I thought we had a really good chance. Because we're a good cup team. Mm. Like, you know, between our FA Cup win, like, I think we're a good tournament team. Mm. Yeah,
so do you think this Arsenal team can go all the way, you said?
I think they could. I think they can.
All right. We'll leave it at that. I'm not trying to get too much. Thank you, Ron. Thank you for coming on the channel. I appreciate you so much.
Yes, sir.
Thank you guys for another watching.
New York
Gooners. Thank you. Yes, people. It is Big Steph to really close out the entire video. Today I came down here to O'Hanlon's to get the beautiful culture, have the beautiful interaction with the guys, and really ask and see how Arsenal would do in the Champions League this season, as it's been our first knockout tie in 7 years. Coming down here, having everybody, seeing how passionate everybody was before the game. I kind of seeing it, no, it's kind of a summer mood, but I think, I talked to a few boys at the end, a lot of people are still confident in this Arsenal team that they can still achieve something magical in this tournament. We've seen teams lose first legs. We've seen teams be losing 15 minutes before the end of the game, 5 minutes before the end of the game, I want to tell you. So I don't think Arsenal are out of this at all, but it was a very crushing defeat. Now, as the game overall, I would say this. I think we didn't create enough chances to win, but I definitely didn't think we deserved to lose. But there was just one moment of magic that literally just entirely that's done us. Brilliant goal by the fella that scored. I thought it was a good overall defensive performance. But other than that, I didn't think attacking going forward we were really good. I think we bypassed the midfield too much. I think we were trying to hit balls in behind that weren't there. But overall, I'm not too fussed, not too worried. I just expect us to come back second leg at the Emirates, get the job done. And we go into the quarterfinals. Now, for me to answer the question I've been asking everyone on the street today, can Arsenal win the Champions League? I think Arsenal can definitely win the Champions League. We've shown that our defense is good enough and our attack is good enough on the day. So it just really depends on the luck of the draw, I would say, and how we perform on the day playing against these teams. Now, Porto, we lost this first leg. It is a setback, but I am very confident that the boys can get it done. So yes, my answer to the question, can Arsenal win the Champions League? I definitely believe so. What I think will carry us there, a strong defense, a very potent attack on its day, And I think overall, just a very compact team that doesn't give away a lot away. And I think that's going to take us very far in this competition, as we've seen over the many years. Thank you guys for watching. This has been another video on the Big Steph channel. Let me know if you guys like this kind of content, or I come down to the city, talk to different people, talk to different fans. I might do that. I could talk to different clubs. I could go to different bars. You guys let me know what you guys want to see. But thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and leave down below where do you think Arsenal can finish in this season's Champions League. See you guys on the next one. Peace.